Hey everybody, so welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racey and I'll be doing the reading today. I do use profanity, so if that's not your thing, you can just respectfully click off now. So with all of the energy in the cosmos right now, I wanted to pull an energy read for Libra. So Libra men, I got you. Libra women, I got you. If you're on the twin flame journey, you can take what insights you can from it. This is all about money and love and money and love. So I'm just going to get right down into it. So divine masculines are Libra men. What you're dealing with work right now. So we got the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Now, when I pulled these cards, the three, I feel like there's, with work, it's definitely a team effort. It's definitely a partnership, but it's pretty much beat the hell out of you. Work right now, you're feeling really beat down, really run down, and you want a new change. You want something else with finances. You're not happy with this. I feel like, I'm kind of getting this feeling that there's a give and take with these people, but it's not necessarily genuine. Like if there's partnerships or friendships, like there's money involved. And I feel like if they weren't, in this profession with you, or if they didn't have ties with you, they wouldn't still be your friends. These are strictly business relationships. And I feel like the reason why it's beating you up so much is because I think you want to believe it's more than just work. And maybe they're leading you to believe it's more than just work, but I think you're just getting a sense of that. You're just getting a sense of that. And you want something new. And you're thinking about love, this Queen of Hearts. Maybe they're inspiring you. Maybe a divine energy that's inspiring you to do more. Maybe this job is all about the money and it's not about anything that brings you fulfillment, and so you're kind of weighing it like, okay, these are the people that I work with. These are the partnerships I have. It is all about money. It is really hard and it takes a lot of time and energy out of me. I feel really beat at the end of the day. I really would like to start something that maybe is not so trying, but is still just as financially stable. And this card kind of stuck to it. And it's because I feel like this Queen of Cups energy, this Heart's energy, is kind of inspiring you to start thinking there's more out there. Yeah, I have all these ties, but do I really need to keep them? Do these people really, do they mean something to me beyond work? If I were to leave this job, would they still stick around? Would they still be there and support me? Because if they're true friends and it goes beyond work, then they'll still be there. And if you're worried that they won't be, and you're considering them your friends or making life decisions around them, especially if you're busting your ass at work, maybe it's a time to readjust, right? Maybe it is time to be inspired and maybe look at what else you can do, with your skill set. Obviously you have skills, you were able to work this out with other people, but I feel like you're just really tired. I just get this really tired energy, just, I can even feel it, like my body hurts, like it's just too much. I feel like it's just too much and it's not fulfilling and it is all about money. The relationships you have with people are not emotionally fulfilling or deeply satisfying relationships. And I think that's what's starting to hit you, is that you want to be more fulfilled, emotionally fulfilled in your work. This Queen of Cups, I really do feel like you want to be more emotionally fulfilled in your work. I think you want to have deeper bonds with people. I think that a lot of this surface relating kind of energy, it's just It's just empty. It's just empty. You know, you have all this money, or at least you're financially sound, and you're not fulfilled, so you're kind of like, what's the point anymore? You know, you're tired of all the redundancy and the struggle, and maybe the hours, you know, if you're feeling really beat, maybe the hours are not kind to you. And so the universe has this to offer you as insight on how to fix that. So it says, rather than complaining, I will focus on positive aspects. And it has something on the back. So it says, when you focus upon lack in an attitude of complaining, you establish a vibrational point of attraction that only gives you access to more thoughts of complaint. Your deliberate effort to tell a new story will establish a new pattern of thought, providing you with a new point of attraction from your present about your past and into your future. This simple effort of looking for positive aspects will set a new vibrational tone that will begin the immediate attraction of thoughts, people, circumstances, and things that are pleasing to you. You know, so if you're complaining about your hours and they're hard, you're only getting more tired and sick of your hours. If you're complaining that you don't have enough time for yourself, you're going to find yourself drained, and what little time you do have for yourself, you're not going to take for yourself. You know, so it's having repercussions. You know, this job, this negative vibration, this low vibration, these people of low vibration, you know, where it's very surface vibration of just money. You know, it's nothing. There's nothing fulfilling about it. There's nothing really fulfilling about it anymore, to where it's like you don't even care so much about the money. You just want to be happy. You want to stop complaining. You know, you want to live life. You want to be inspired. You want to do something a little different that is more fulfilling. You know, you're starting to look at it differently, right? And you can see the kind of picture, the way the eyes are set. It's like the vision is blossoming. You're starting to see and understand, you know, there's more to it. Maybe you feel like you have to put in the hours to make that kind of money. You know, you have to do this kind of job to maintain this kind of lifestyle, to maintain this facade or maintain this image, you know, of what you've been conditioned to believe that is acceptable or successful. You know, you've been conditioned to believe that, you know, men earn a certain way, they deal with each other a certain way. You know, it's almost like this camaraderie between men, but there's more to it, and it's not just about money. There is more to life than just money. And maybe the people that you're around really only care about money. You know, maybe they're not fulfilled and that's okay for them, but you want more. You want more. And I feel like these people, your ties to these people are why you're still stuck there. It's why you're still busting your ass. It's for them, you know, it's for this camaraderie. You know, this third-party situations where there might be 3 people involved, including yourself or outside of yourself, you know, but it's like a third-party situation. There's more to the circumstance than leads on. And so if something's bothering you or not jiving right with you, then you need to start taking actions in the right direction and change your perspective. And instead of thinking there's no way out of this or there's no better way, really starting to believe that maybe there is. And when you feel down or you feel stressed out, think of something that relieves your stress. You know, change your vibration so that you're not staying stuck. Manifesting at low frequencies, you know, to get yourself out of this predicament, you know, that you're in, where you're not leading a fulfilling life. I feel like you got money under control, but maybe everything else is kind of hurting. And so it's about finding this balance within yourself, you know, this inner balance, especially, you know, being Libra. Libras are natural born, you know, they, like, I don't want to say people pleasers, but they want to try and make everybody happy. And when people depend on them, they try and do what's fair. They don't want to hurt anybody. They don't want to cause the disturbance. You know, they're not big on confrontation or stirring up matters that seem stable, you know. So they're between a rock and a hard place. I feel like they're between a rock and a hard place. They don't like it and they're dealing with it. So when it comes to love, right, let's jump across. Let's talk about Libra and love for a minute. So for the Libra men that would watch this, you know, for divine masculines, you got the 10 of Cups in reverse, which is like a wish fulfilled. This is emotional fulfillment, and it's upside down, and it's clarified by the 9 of Cups, which is, you know, the wish card or dreams fulfilled. So I feel like your answers are already like there. The answer to your prayers is already there. It's already manifested. You just haven't seen it yet. It's already there. The answer is already manifested. You just haven't recognized it yet. So if you want this emotional fulfillment, you kind of already know what you have to do. I mean, it's already manifested, so I think you already know. The thing that the universe wants you to remember no matter what in order to attain this is satisfaction, and that's self-approval. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. You know, you have to love yourself enough and your life enough and your journey enough to not let others, whether it's family, you know, the conditioning you've been raised in, or the experiences of your life that have conditioned you to believe a certain way about yourself, that you need certain things to get love or whatever it is, you know, like the answer to your prayers is already there. You just need to know you're worth it. You got to love yourself to go for it. You got to love yourself more. You have to love yourself more than what you have going on, to let that go and not worry about the opinions of other people and what they might say or how they might judge you, or be like, oh, he's acting so this, you know, or that's not masculine of him to follow love that way, or, you know, this is about putting the judgments and egos of other people to the side so that you can listen to your heart space, so that you can get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and your highest good, and being satisfied with the choices that you're making from a loving, intuitive, guided place. Because when you do that, this 10's going to flip upside down and your wish is fulfilled. The wish is fulfilled. What actions does that require of you? We got be supportive and look at your patterns in relationships. So it says make a genuine effort to show you care. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. You know, this is about you realizing that what you're doing is not fulfilling, that the answers to your prayers, you know, emotionally are there. They're right there. Like, I feel like you know what they are. And you have to make the effort. If you want this to work, if you want your dreams to come true, and I do mean all of them, because this emotional energy is inspiring you and prompting you for a new beginning. You do want to be fulfilled in your work. You do want to be fulfilled in all that you do. And I feel like when you open up to love and you allow that in, that you can go after it and say, you know what, it doesn't matter who I am or what I'm doing, but I approve of myself and I know I'm deserving and I'm worth it, and I'm just going to go for it, you know, because the universe will help me figure the rest out. I don't need to know how it's going to work. I just need to know it will. Let the universe take care of the how. I just got to manifest the what. Well, you manifest the what by taking action, by making that effort to show that you care, you know, and support your counterpart, support your feminine. You know, she's leaning on his shoulder and she's looking up at him in admiration. You know, it's like he's kind of swooped in and swept her off her feet, you know, almost, yeah, like he swept her off her feet and she's just so grateful. You know, she's just looking at him with these loving eyes that he came around. So, I mean, the answer is there. Your love answer's there. So make the effort with this person. Make the effort with who it is that your heart is speaking for, you know, that your heart is yearning for. I feel like you know who this is. You know already. And it's requiring effort on your part. You have to make the moves to make this happen. And by going in and looking at yourself and your own patterns, you know, why things maybe didn't work out before, you know, not just with this person that obviously loves you. I definitely feel like this is a person from your past. You really need to look at what you did that maybe caused it. You know, it's not just about the other person. You know, we all have a hand in it. And maybe your perspective or the way you were acting before from a place where you didn't feel worthy, or a place of conditioning where you felt like you needed to be a certain way that was outside of your authentic self, was outside of your true self, your true nature. You know, you've been taught that this is how men are supposed to be. And your heart space is telling you different. Because the way, you know, men are quote unquote supposed to be that you follow has gotten you to this place where your dreams are not yet fulfilled, and you're in a place where you're not fulfilled in general, you know. So maybe it's time to recognize the conditioning that you've had is not serving you. And so it's making that decision to approve of yourself and approve of your choices and approve of what your intuition is guiding you to do, and removing the judgments of others so that you can have everything. So that you can have everything. So that you can have everything. This is emotional fulfillment and dreams coming true. And it's right there. You just kind of have to reach out and do it. Whatever energy that's blocking you from doing this, you have to get in touch with it. Love and approve of yourself and your choices, and accept this gift of love into your life. You know, not just to receive love, but to give love. Not just receiving, but giving. This is fulfillment. This is a complete exchange. This is a loving exchange between two people. I feel like this person, whoever they are, is waiting for you. They're waiting for you. Whoever your counterpart is. They believe in it. It's you. It's whatever blocks that you have that are keeping you from loving and approving of what your heart knows. So reach out, make an effort, and change whatever patterns got you there to begin with. You know, if you need to make changes here, you need these changes to become stable again in all areas, and they're inspired from a loving place, then just follow it. You know, love will always guide you home. Love will always guide you home. Okay. Divine Masculine Libras. So, for Divine Feminine Libras. Divine Feminine Libras. What's going on with money? So, we got a lot of shit going on. So we got the Four of Swords, the Fool in reverse, the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Wands. And so this Four of Swords energy, it's like you just need a fucking break. Like you keep doing the same thing. You're tired. You need a break. And you're refusing to change what you're doing. You're not taking the break. And so it's leaving you really stressed out. You might cry yourself to sleep sometimes just because you have so much anxiety. Like you're overwhelmed. You're worried about money. It's a constant battle. You know, money is a constant struggle with this Five of Wands. It feels like you against the world, you know, and you need a breather. You need someone to help take the pressure off. And so financially, you're just really lost in this dark energy, which is why your advice card is I can pivot from feeling bad to feeling good. And on the back it says, as you look for a better feeling way to approach whatever you are giving your attention to, as you continue to ask yourself from your ever-changing vantage point, what is it that I do want? Eventually, you will be standing in a very pleasing place, for you cannot continually ask yourself what it is that you do want without your point of attraction beginning to pivot in that direction. The process will be gradual, but your continued application of the process will yield wonderful results in as little as a few days. So if everything is looking really shitty, and you can say, okay, well, this is all the bad shit that I've been focusing on, and so the bad shit just keeps getting worse, and so I'm just going to focus on something that's positive. I'm going to focus on anything that's positive. What do I want? Instead of thinking about all the things that are going on that I don't want, what can I think about that I do want? And just continuously focus on what you do want. Visualize that, feel that energy, and then do other things that feel along the lines of the same energy. Because it resonates, so follow your joy. If you can't find joy at work right now, then find joy in something else just so that you can put out some joyous frequency for a while, But change your perspective and change your thoughts. Your feelings are your number one monitor, your number one giveaway. When something's feeling bad and you're putting out a bad, low frequency kind of vibration, that's your cue. That's your cue to change your vibration, change your focus as soon as possible away from whatever it is. Because even in your love life, this 5 of Cups, you're focusing on all the negatives. You're focusing on all the negatives and you're not even realizing, like, there's still 2 cups standing kind of thing, because in Rider-Waite Tarot, when you see this card, it's this person, this cloaked person, they're covered in this black cloak, of sadness, and they're just ruminating over these 3 spilled cups, and they're not even being grateful for the fact that there's 2 left standing, and so you're manifesting this, and this is what, the universe is clarifying it. You're manifesting it, which is why the universe is telling you up here, your negative point of focus, it's not just in your work life, it's bleeding into all the other areas of your life, including love, and you're manifesting low frequency. And so the universe asks you to keep in mind humility. Humility, and it says, you have developed a loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody learns their own way. And sometimes we hit rock bottom because that's when we realize that we're the ones in control of our world. We're the ones that create our reality. And it's this kind of awareness that humbles you, and you're like, okay, they are on their journey. They are healing however they're meant to heal. Maybe my soul contract with them is up. Maybe they're my twin flame, and right now they have healing to do, and so I have healing to do, because we're in separation. And when twin flames are separated, only healing is occurring. So maybe this is a time for you to heal and be aware that whatever you did, whatever your demons are, that you manifested this experience where everything is falling apart and you're deeply dissatisfied and stressed out and full of anxiety and you're fighting this battle by yourself, this whole mentality of being alone and without help. This is something that goes back probably to your childhood. That you're healing, which is why it's such a huge tower moment for you in your life with, this cosmic energy. They're forcing you to heal this. It's still unhealed. And so you have to remember that, just because some things aren't going your way doesn't mean other things aren't. And just because things look bad doesn't mean they are bad. Maybe they're blessing in disguises. What can you learn from this experience? What can you learn from it? And they're asking you to have faith, to trust your faith in this situation, and allow this transformation within the self to lift you out of it. This is the heart of the matter. There is more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. This is not about you, you know, needing somebody to support you or having somebody that makes you happy. This is all about you being able to support yourself, sustain yourself, love yourself, and make yourself happy. Happiness comes from within first, and then the inner reflects the outer. When you start becoming happy with yourself, when you start, you know, looking at your circumstance with gratitude that you have this platform to start your growth from, that you can come from the bottom and make it to the top and be where you want to be, that you are the, you know, the creator of your own universe. You are the magician. You manifest. You know, if you can manifest all this bullshit, you can manifest something great too, just by changing your perspective, just from shifting from this negative vibration to a positive one. You know, when you find humility and realize, you know, your path is your own and their path is their own, and that's okay. You love them, you have compassion, you understand, you forgive, you release, and you move on. You move on and you start manifesting something better and have faith that it'll all work out. You know, if you're with a twin flame and you're in separation right now and everything is falling apart, please understand you're in a healing process. And the last thing you want to do is sink to the bottom. Pull yourself up where you're at. Don't let yourself sink any further into this hole. Change your thoughts. Control your thoughts. And it might take some time. It might take 3 weeks. It might take 6 weeks, 7 weeks. But if you continuously monitor your thoughts and start saying, nope, that doesn't feel good. How can I change that perspective? Nope, that doesn't sound good. It's really pessimistic. How can I rephrase that so that I am more optimistic? So I'm looking at it from a glass half full perspective, so that I can maintain a positive vibration and continuously start to change the experiences that I'm having in my life. Because this isn't good. This energy, this feeling defeated, this needing a vacation, this pushing yourself, this striving, this not making changes, this staying stuck, this depressed state where you're fighting everybody. And you just kind of want to be alone because nobody understands and life fucking sucks right now. Like, this is the energy you're putting out there. And so, yeah, life sucks. It's going to continue to suck unless you change it. Unless you have a little humility and you humble yourself and start having faith that you can fix this, because that's the heart of the matter. That's what's really going on here. The universe is teaching you strength of self. So that's for Libra, the divine feminines, our Libra women out there. If you do want a more personal, private reading, you can find me and book with me on Facebook at Divine Rebel Readings. That is my Facebook page. I do lives from there that are complimentary, and I do general readings as well, so you can always follow the different stuff that I'm doing on there. And I offer you call-it pricing as far as personal readings, and so, you know, you can message me and kind of get the details of that. All of my services are listed on the page. I also do a lot of work with the Readings, Healings, and Pathways group on Facebook. There's a team that we've put together of readers and healers that are just phenomenal. And we all go live in there. We all do complimentary healings and readings for people through there. So, you know, if you want to drop in and follow what we're doing, the group is called Readings, Healings, and Pathways. All right. Make sure that you subscribe to the new channel. It's brand new. So this way, anytime I post videos or any guided messages that I get, you know, from the universe and my angels, that you are up to speed on all of the stuff that I'm doing and all the posts that I'm putting out there. Until next time, guys, love and light, always love each other and yourselves. Bye.